Enjoying a koi pond in your backyard not only provides a beautiful setting for your visitors, it's also a great way to relax and rejuvenate right in your own home. Today I'm visiting a koi pond specialist. Let's go meet him. We're here with John Dillon, owner of the Pond Shack in Rockland County, New York. How did you become interested in koi fish?
You know, I had the good fortune to be stationed in Japan while serving in the Marine Corps back in the 80s, and it just seemed that every garden featured a koi pond, and I just found it to be fascinating.
We're looking at some beautiful koi fish here, John. How many varieties are there?
There are many varieties of koi. If you take that all-white one, that would be called a platinum ogon. The all-yellow guy over there would be called a yamabuki, and that red, white, and black guy right there, that would be called a sanke, meaning a three-colored koi.
Well, let's go check out some of those other ponds that we have.
All right, let's go.
All right. Wow, this is beautiful, John. Can you tell us a little bit more about these ponds? You know, where would I put a pond like this on my property?
I think that the best place to put a koi pond would be where you're going to enjoy it most. Lots of people think that putting their pond at the lowest point of the yard is a good idea. It's actually a terrible idea. The last thing that you want is for anything to wash into the pond. Lawn fertilizer, insecticides, or even dirt or mulch.
What type of water do I need to use, and how do you upkeep the water in the pond?
Regular city water, if you have well water, you can use that. You just have to be sure that you added the chlorinator to take out any chlorine that the city would add.
How deep is this pond, and what about the bottom layer of it?
Anywhere from 3 to 4 feet is kind of optimal. We try to build a pond so that the whole thing is pitched to run into one center area where we can put in a bottom drain and take all of the waste out and run it up to a filter system.
What about the plants here? What are the best plants to have in your koi pond?
There are lots of aquatic plants that you can add to the pond. Lilies, lotus, and plants that are called marginals, like this pickled rush, or up on the waterfall is cattails.
We're at another beautiful koi pond, and this one is at your house, John.
Well, this pond we built about 15 years ago, and it's different from the store in that it's much bigger, it's deeper, and it has a different style of waterfall where it's actually built right onto the pond.
What is the maintenance like on a koi pond? You know, tell us more about the upkeep.
The maintenance will vary a lot based on the size of the pond, how many fish you have, and really the type of filtration system that you have. The better the filter, the better the pond is going to look, the cleaner the water is going to be, the happier the fish are going to be.
Do you have to modify with each season how you maintain your koi pond?
The springtime is when the pond season starts. What we like to do is take the fish out of the pond, put them in a holding tank, drain all the water out of the pond, and really power wash the pond down nice. Then we start by adding fresh water, and the fish start the year off in a brand new, clean environment. When the fall comes and the leaves start dropping, lots of people like to put a net over the pond, and it helps to keep the water cleaner. Wintertime is when the whole system gets shut down. We winterize the pumps and the filters, and we put a device in the pond, like either an aerator or what's called a floating heater, and it keeps the fish alive. My kids grew up with this pond in their backyard, and we would come out here literally every day, sit on the rocks, put our feet in the water, feed our fish out of our hand, and it was a great family bonding experience.
Well, John, thank you so much for having us over and for telling us all about koi ponds and sharing these beautiful settings with us. The Japanese believe that the koi is a mystical fish which can bring fortune and good luck to your home. I have to say, I've really enjoyed this peaceful setting, dipping my toes in the water and listening to the peaceful waterfall, and most of all, watching these beautiful and elegant fish.